Ngomzabalazo zokulela amalungelo ngendlela esemthethweni phambili. Siyabonga kakhulu niziphethe kahle.
Yes.
Azange nisinike nencane inkinga. Nabantu esize kubo namhlanje bayazibonela nabo ukuthi ni community ene discipline.
Yes.
Community ezolwela amalungelo ngokushisa
Siyabonga. Don't do that.
Ngicela ke ukuthi ke ama approval ngoba manje sesamnika asayine ashiye yethu nama approval lawo besenteni walungise. Angathi sishilo ukuthi sinenkinga sizacesa enza iplan ukuthi afotokope nathi sibe nawo ngapha. Ngicela ukunifundela ke memorandum yenizwe ukuthi ngempela yiyo siyifakayo sifake enye.
Yebo.
6976 Rasunda Crescent, Savannah City, TTR 1984. 18 May 2022, delivered by hand. To the Honorable Executive Mayor, Midvaal Local Municipality, 30 Mitchell Street, Mayerton, 1960.
Yes.
Dear Honorable Executive Mayor, Mr. Peter Alderman Texera, from the concerned and affected community members. Petition to the Executive Mayor, Midvaal Local Municipality, MLM, in his capacity as the custodian of service delivery. We demand the following without any further discrimination or delaying tactics. Background. The above mentioned matter hereby refers. There have been meetings with the delegates, sent correspondence most recently, and addressed to the relevant MMC, Mr. Mokiti Mtsamai. Copies were also sent to the Mayor's office on behalf of all the concerned and affected community members. To date, there has been no official response to this end forthcoming. Despite our concerted efforts, except for the usual pattern of deafening and conspicuous silence, accompanied by the endless lies and excuses.
Lies.
As such, we feel being treated with contempt and disrespect, which we really do not deserve at this stage, considering the fact that matters arising which ordinarily affects levels of service delivery within the Midvaal Local Municipality are normally taken very seriously. However, current levels of service delivery are starting to deteriorate gradually. 4. Procedurally fair and consistent levels of service delivery for all matters which affect the community members and a more efficient and professional system of communication to be implemented on an urgent basis. Whenever delegates who are representing the communities are seeking for recourse on any such matters from the Midvaal Local Municipality. 5. A moratorium on the housing allocation system which is now being implemented in a manner that is no longer fair and transparent to the extent that allocation lists are no longer being published, resulting in the affected and interested community members being taken by surprise when such housing allocations are being done at Savannah City's RDP section. For an example, this has already happened on the 18th of March 2022. 6. Acceleration in the implementation of service delivery in conjunction with the relevant officials from the Department of Human Settlements, GDHS, in terms of the required processes for housing allocations of all qualifying community members who are in possession of the authentic housing approval forms dating back to the past many years for the Savannah City RDP project, without any fear, favor, and/or prejudice. 7. An acceleration in the implementation of service delivery in conjunction with the relevant officials from the Gauteng Department of Human Settlements in terms of the required processes for housing subsidy application forms of all qualifying community members who are in possession of the authentic housing database forms dating back to the past many years for their allocations at the relevant RDP project, without any fear, favor, and/or prejudice. Number 8. An acceleration in the implementation of service delivery in conjunction with the relevant officials from the Gauteng Department of Human Settlements in terms of the required processes to remedy the existing administrative defect regarding the double housing allocations of all qualifying community members who have already been allocated into their houses during the past 3 years, without any fear, favor, and/or prejudice. 9. Acceleration in the implementation of service delivery in conjunction with the relevant officials from the Gauteng Department of Human Settlements in terms of the required processes for the issuing of title deeds to all qualifying community members who are currently occupying their homes legally after being allocated during the past many years without any fear, favor, and/or prejudice. Yes. Number 10. An acceleration in the implementation of service delivery in conjunction with the Ward Councillor and Ward PR Councillor of Ward 11 for the immediate delivery of title deeds that were issued on the 18th of March 2022 by the officials from the Department of Human Settlements to those homeowners who were unavailable for collection. And as a result, an arrangement was made that they would be receiving same from the Midvaal Local Municipality's offices, good care of their Ward Councillor, without fear, any favor and or prejudice. Number 11, an independent and impartial auditing of all the already allocated housing units at Savannah City's RDP project. Number 12, a public declaration of all those members who have been appointed to serve as the official representatives on behalf of the communities that fall under the jurisdiction of the Midvaal Local Municipality on the recently established Housing Allocations Committee, which is reportedly based at the Citibank municipality offices, and the legal criteria and processes that were adhered to in to implement such appointments. Number 13, a public declaration and current legal status of the steering committee, project steering committee PSC for the Savannah City Development Project and their duties and functions insofar as all the already stated demands are concerned. Number 14, an acceleration in the implementation of service delivery in conjunction with the project manager and developer for the Savannah City Development Project concerning all the housing defects that were reported as per the previously submitted lists for all the affected committee members who inherited housing defects during their initial legal occupation of their houses as a result of shoddy workmanship from the contractors, from the appointed contractors 3 years ago. Kindly find the attached annexures in the form of authentic housing approval forms and certified ID copies with personal details of all the bona fide community members, which has been attached to same petition for your ease of reference. In conclusion, we are demanding an official response to all our listed demands herein within the next 14 working days. If no such response is forthcoming after the lapsing of the 14 working days, we shall be escalating our matter to the higher authorities within the government of the Republic of South Africa, RSA, including other relevant civil society institutions, which support a culture of democracy with human rights, and thus intensifying our levels of this peaceful protest action. Ngiphelela lapho kwegcineni ozosayina uloyitholile. Ngicela ukuthi ke i-deputy convener ize ngoba national sisayine la. Ngikhohlwe nje iphathi yakho ngesikhathi besiyiprinta. Ngicela i-deputy convener ne-chief marshal beze nabo so that si-attach ama-details wethu la. Then umhlonishwa ke lo we-chief of staff angithi besithe sicela imeya. Manje imeya ke ngithi niyazi ukuthi ibhizi. Mara sithe imeya ayikho sicela u-chief of staff angithi. U-chief of staff usihloniphekile ke ukhona la. Sishilo sathi ubaba umkhithi Mtsamaye makahlale la hlala khona ngithi kunjalo ngoba sila ngendaba yakhe thina kahle kahle sabantu abathanda umthetho if ubaba uMtsamaye bekenza umsebenzi wakhe besingeke size nokuza masipala ingakho sizile namanje sathi sifuna ukumshukumisa umasipala wethu ngoba siyazi ukuthi nasemfuleni municipality akuvelanga kwasuka wabola qale kancane ukubola sizokhuza leyo nto njengoba sizile asifuna ukubona la eMidvaal sifuna eMidvaal ihlale inje yonke into service delivery siyithole ngendlela siyathemba ukuthi ekufakeni kwethu lencwadi bazawuphendula uma bengaphenduli ngeaction angithi sizwena ukuthi umbhikisho uyakhuphuka uyaphezulu